Yes.
I pretend.
All right. Jolly music incoming.
Flesh-coloured hand, Andrew. Pick a colour.
Oh no, that's enough to drive you insane.
How did one turn off the darn Jolly music?
That's why I turned off the music.
It is, isn't it? I like that. Distressingly jaunty. That's the phrase I'm going to use from now on. I'm going to keep that. That's brilliant.
Also, does anyone know if Tabletop Simulator has a windowed mode and how
It
one
does.
would with that?
Click on the menu button at the top.
Thank you.
Counting's hard. Yeah. 7.
Yes.
Yep, 7.
If you combine all these together, I have a very weird object. Right. Okay. So okay.
Yes. Wat heb ik? Ik heb. Did I just say it or put it on the table? How does that work? Oh God. Since you're an executioner, I have for you a hook and a wagon. So all you have to do is hook the hook on your victim, attach it to the wagon, and just drive off. They'll do the job for you. Exactly.
Is it 2 things, yeah? Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, being an executioner is kind of a dickish job when you think about it. You should do something to make people like you. So I'm going to give you a latex skirt to wear.
And yes.
Public relations, dude. So a possible night job.
All right. My turn to promote a thing. All right. I would like to offer you a danger eye. That way, you can do your job by just looking at people. None of this fancy equipment needed. Just look at the person, and the job is done.
Giant what? It's a secondary source of income, man. You've got 2 jobs. You cut heads by day, dance on your axe pole at night.
Yay!
Latex is washable, dude. Who cares about the rest? You draw only 2. Ask me once I've picked draw. Yeah, that makes sense.
Could someone draw 2 cards for me? My mouse is being annoying. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. What does it say? Insomniac. So, especially you, I guess. Oh, sell me the best Insomniac gadgets. I don't really know you. I just see Anyo, so I'm not sure what name that is. I'm sorry.
Shit, am I next? Right, sorry. For an insomniac. Well, well, is being an insomniac necessarily a bad thing? I don't mind it terribly much. But it gives me plenty of time to do other things. But what the hell can I make with these? Give to you a party pocket to keep you entertained while you're awake. Pocket full of parties.
Okay.
Or something. There might be a double entendre.
All right. I would like to offer you the bat camera. That way you can keep yourself amused by watching what the bats are doing.
I like it.
Well, that's a no-brainer, really. I mean, I'm just a sucker for chocolate. Huh.
Ooh. Excellent. I'm a very discerning customer. You try very hard.
Oh, were we meant to draw cards?
Oh shit.
Mhm. My mouse is still being stupid. Could someone get my cards, please? Thank you. Okay, so let's see. What on earth could I sell out of these things? All right, I am going to sell you. I hear that senses can get a little bit strange in space. That maybe there may be odd things going on with how things smell, for example, and you might need to do something to help your nose feel better about some of the odd smells you might encounter. So I'd like to offer you a nose kit. It will help with any difficulties you are having with your nose.
That's good. Well, scientifically fairly close too. Pressurized atmospheres, especially high oxygen ones, affect your taste buds. Where does the poop go? I just said, where does the poop go? Good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No leaks. Still one product to go.
See. We have this brand new product. I think it might actually be perfect for when you're in outer space. You see, hardly anyone can get there. You're one of the lucky few that will actually go out there. We don't really know what it's like. And what people would like is to sort of feel like they're in the moment or in that space. We have virtual reality now and everything, but what you're lacking is our latest, which is odor video. So encapsulates
Phew.
surroundings and what you're doing, but also the smells and all the other sensations. I think that's what you need, and also I think that's what we need.
It's
When you get
definitely
back or when you
something
transmit it,
mankind
we get
needs.
the full experience.
I agree.
But wouldn't you just like that whiff, just to experience it sometime? You can start off with the gardens of what's its name, and then work your way up, I guess.
I'm gonna have to choose the
Yes,
leakage,
which of our fine products would you like to buy?
leakage controller. I'm getting old.
All right, so what kind of customer am I?
I'm going to say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I have to go and help Vicky, but yes, enjoy the rest of your games, and I'll talk to you soon, hopefully.
Oh well.
Bye.
So, could someone draw me a customer card, please?
And Anka can't count.
I have many now.
Ah. Well, very progressive modeling agency. All right, I am a model. What would you like to sell to me?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Not bad. Not bad.
What uses for this? Do we have to offer?
Um, um, so many options. Like the catwalk, there's always so many options, what you can wear, what you can do. Um, um, I think it's important to stay on edge and be like innovative. So I guess you could try some trouser hair. Trouser hair, yeah. Can apply to any trouser you like. Comes in different colors, different textures. Go wild with it.
All right.
The summer Chewbacca range of 2020.
If you like.
As my fashion company is a direct competitor to Perry Industries. We like to go, basically like to take what they do and do it more extreme. Instead, going to sell you some head spunk.
I see.
You can read into that however you wish. Orange YouTube's gonna love it.
Uh-huh.
I am not.
I can guess what you were referring to.
I believe you.
I do not think that I need any of that. Thank you. But I think that it's between the other two. Do I want a? Let's see.
Mine's basically the same.
Yeah, it's quite simple, isn't it?
I think I will take the trouser hair.
Good choice. Good choice. Plenty of opportunity to play around with it.
I mean, who wouldn't want to wear nice purple hairy trousers and pretend to be a monster?
product's supposed to be very good for your skin too. Though. Damn it! You're... Oh. Okay, I got something.
Hmm. Oh. As a secret admirer, you obviously dream a lot about the one you're admiring. I would like to offer you a sleep nest. Doze off in and to cuddle in and to have those wonderful dreams of the one you admire. Mm-hmm.
I have this called Hope Gum. Yes, you chew it, and it makes you feel more hopeful that your admirer will reciprocate. It's not what I had planned, but I want to save my dirty card for later.
I could go in a lot of directions here. Alright, I would like to offer you a watchman. In case things with the the person that you admire, do not go well, then someone to make sure that things are okay. Or alternately, you could use this watchman to watch and protect the person that you admire. Many uses.
Oh, it's creepy. No. Yeah, I guess a certain distance threshold. Yes. It's sweat flavored.
What's it say? Caveman. What do I need?
She needs cards again. I don't know how to deal with other people.
Thank you. I can't play Tabletop Simulator on my big computer because my big computer is too old, and I'm have to use a trackpad on my laptop.
Hateful things. Oh, so am I first up for this? No, I'm not.
I'm the customer.
Anka's the customer.
I'm a caveman.
Yes, caveman. Well, every caveman needs a time-traveling savior, I'm going to give you radio and a desk to put it on. So let's be the envy of all of the others. You're not going to get anything on the radio. Well, then he needs a radio to catch up on modern events or on the internet.
That would be something.
Yes.
But then Pornhub.
All right. I would like to offer you. Let's see. Which way do I want to go? All right. Given that you are a caveman, medicine is very difficult to come by. So I'd like to offer you the latest in pill socks. You just put on the socks and they give you the medicine that you require.
Oh,
Pretty fucking advanced.
very handy.
Pill stocks.
Oh, because it is difficult for to get medicine, or possibly, depending, understand which medicines are needed. I'd like to offer the latest in pill socks. Just put them on and it'll give you whatever medicine you need.
Yeah. Not only that, but infinite storage and matter creation is pretty advanced.
Presumably.
Yes, many benefits.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize cavemen spoke English.
Pony blood. Hmm. The thing with the pony blood is, I think I'd rather have the whole pony alive and well. I didn't know you were allowed to do that. To add another one. A pony crowd. Well, I think I'll go with the pill socks this time.
Yay! You won't be disappointed.
Although,
if all else fails, I can still just wear them. It'll be really nice, yeah.
correct collective for horses, though, Andrew, is a team. Correct collective term for horses is a team, I think, not a crowd. None of those words existed. Oh, you mean in your hand? I thought you were talking about cavemen again. Yeah, that's definitely me.
All right. Well, if you are a gangster, you might have a need to eliminate some enemies from a distance without them knowing who did it. Perhaps, and in these social distancing times, we do everything over the computers. So, what I'd like to offer you is a computer bomb.
That's
No, not a computer nipple. A computer bomb. So that the other one might serve some other needs. But
well, you could have just won it there.
I could have, but I'd rather offer you a computer bomb. So you may use it to cause great havoc on your enemies' computers and to them directly.
It's good. Apparently so. Mhm. It's true. Blow their mind. Cigarette truck. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Boston. Okay. I mean, legitimate. I'm not sure about the accent. It makes me uncomfortable. For being a Korean gangster and all.
Okay. Well, since you're a gangster, I'm assuming you have a sweet fist to lay your enemies down. To aid in that, I offer you a candy fist. It's a nice gadget. It sort of enhances your punch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, two of you have gone the violent route. I'm a very pacifist gangster. But
Pacifist gangster.
yeah, but I'm gonna choose the computer bomb because I do not want to be sold a truck by Mark Wahlberg, apparently.
That was not a Boston accent. I've lived there.
Well, whatever that's meant to be.
That's meant to be New York gangsters.
Either way, I'm taking the computer bomb.
Well, thank you. You will not be disappointed.
I hope not.
All right. Who am I now? All right then. So what sort of interesting photography equipment or things for stalking people without harming them would you like to offer me? Oh, intriguing. Hmm. Handy. All right, I'm intrigued by this product.
You know, as a paparazzi, you always have to be on the alert. You cannot rest fear of losing that one scoop. So I offer you the best product for the paparazzi that actually needs its the sleep, which is a victory nap. A nap. Wait, let's get the right one. A victory nap allows you to sleep, but it will give you also. It will stay on the alert and it will wake you up when something is afoot and when something is happening. Make sure you will get that scoop and also that you're well rested while doing so.
That does sound very useful.
Yeah.
This is not my area of expertise. Trying to think of a celebrity. But either way, they've got lots of devices these days as a paparazzi. Phones, microphones, cameras, all run on batteries. To help you blend in when you're sneaking into the I've got to Google someone. The Kardashian compound. Going to give you a charger dress.
Hmm.
It charges all of your things and you're wearing a dress. Assuming it's a nice dress.
Oh,
I wanted
goodness.
to give the dress to Andrew at some point, but
I'm being offered all sorts of useful clothing or the opportunity to rest. I wish I could buy all of your products. They all sound very useful. But I can only pick one.
Just wait till you get that one scoop, then you can just buy everything you want.
True, true.
But you can use the charger dress in everyday life too.
Also true. But I mean, who doesn't need more sleep? I am going to go with the victory now.
Good choice, wise choice.
It was an amazing dress.
Ooh.
Oh dear. Maybe not.
Well, you are a hitchhiker. You need some luck. Oh, wait, let's get this one out of the way. You need animal food. You won't stick to rabbit foods. You can choose any animal you like.
Are they all lucky?
They are lucky. Oh, supposedly.
Okay. For what reason are you hitchhiking? Just something you enjoy doing, or do you not have a vehicle? Maybe. Let's see. Well, that's great then, because that leads me straight into I'm going to offer you. It really doesn't. But maybe you can entice people to pick you up more with a soup machine. You can offer people soup. Yes. No, this one's slightly less useful, but I mean, I'd pick someone up offering me soup. Or a latex skirt. You are sorted so far, actually.
All right. Well, a soup machine definitely does sound useful. Not everybody likes soup. I mean, what if it's the wrong temperature soup? Anyway, I have a different product to offer. I would like to offer you a friend drum. When you beat the drum, it will call your friends who will definitely pick you up.
Doesn't create new friends, does it?
It might. That functionality is in beta.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's a lot of waiting around when hitchhiking.
Yeah.
Standing there while cars drive past.
Could be cold, could be hot.
Could be cold, you could end up getting splashed as cars drive through puddles.
Huh?
I think it would be handy to have some hot, reinforcing soup.
Yeah. And a machine you can hide behind to stop the splashes.
Exactly. Alright. Now, Anka is a soldier.
Soldier, okay. What do I need?
You don't need anything that I've got.
Right.
So,
What do you need to sell then? Is there anything you really need to get rid of?
oh yes. Yes, there is actually. If you're taking stuff off my hands, I'm gonna give you a a glove that's full of that.
Love of this.
I'm not proud. Not proud. Just need rid of it.
At least tie it up first.
Pull it up. It's a glove with discharge.
Yeah, but I mean,
The
tie the
in-
open end so it's not open.
Will keep your hands warm and moist. Spend a lot of time outside as a soldier.
Okay.
They're camouflaged.
Andrea?
All right. I would like to offer you something that could be very useful if you encounter a body of water that needs to be relocated to somewhere else. I mean, soldiers often need to cover a lot of terrain, and there might be water in the way. So I would like to offer you the lake pump. It can move that lake from where it is to where it needs to be.
Jesus. Everything she
Sounds
comes up
very
with
nice.
is like amazingly high tech.
Lake pump. Okay. Is it only for lakes, or can I use it for other bodies of water as well?
It also works for rivers. You need the upgrade for anything larger than a river.
Okay.
Hang
The
on.
river.
Are you selling DLC for your pump?
Yes.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, I'm going to be terribly boring and realistic and just say that when you're going to war, the thing that will save your life is knowledge and training. And for that, what you need is a few key exercises.
So
Don't you think I already know those?
You do, but you need to keep learning and training and practicing. It'll keep you alive.
Okay. I mean, you're right. It is a bit boring to have the key exercises. I'm not sure about the discharge. I think I'll pass on that one. The lake pump might give some unexpected opportunities, so I'll go for the lake pump.
Hooray!
Wilf in chat would like it noted that that is called a bucket.
yeah,
I'm counting on it that this is actually will shift more water at one time than a mere bucket.
Yes, definitely.
could be a
I mean, she says that now.
Rapid water shifting guaranteed.
Okay, see?
Ah, you're a grave robber, sir.
Excellent. Lots of things a grave robber needs.
Yeah. So, Andrea, what does he?
Grave robber. What does a grave robber need? What does a grave robber need? Let us see here. Okay. Well, a grave robber might need some way of catching light that could be turned on and off quickly, and that doesn't require technology, so different from my usual. And grave robbers usually work at night, so what source of light is generally available at night except the stars? So I would like to offer you a star net. You can use this to catch a star, keep it at a reasonable distance, and should people be coming, you can immediately release it, and then it will be dark again.
Okay. It's magic. It's fine. I like magic.
Technology sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic anyhow.
It's true.
So the technology is
A star net.
StarNet. Very well.
It's a device to replace a torch.
Yes,
Sorry, a
exactly.
flashlight.
And you can easily release the star when you are no longer using it, and no suspicious flashlights. It was just a bright. Nothing weird about that.
No, not.
Perfectly reasonable.
I mean, stars are bigger than planet Earth. But
Now, I'm going to be tragically tedious, I'm afraid, and look at ways to keep you safe, alive, and healthy. Now, when people die, they often die for reasons.
yeah,
And often those reasons have something to do with the fact that you're digging up a corpse.
right.
So what I would like to do is provide you with something that will protect you from all those horrible pathogens.
He's
that
trying
might-
to tell me that there's a high mortality rate for grave diggers, grave robbers.
Well,
Industrial
because of the
deaths.
stigma surrounding them, the health and safety executive just doesn't take it seriously.
Well, they never do.
And I'm here to sort that out and make sure that you live a long and happy life wearing your bacteria hood.
That's a good one. Does it work against COVID?
Probably.
Sweet. Probably is good enough for me.
Mhm.
It's kind of the health and safety motto.
No. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. Sometimes I can't hear Aaron, so I'm not sure if I'm
Can't
if
hear
you're
me?
saying anything. Well, as a grave robber, you need both your hands. Obviously, I'm going to go a bit more practical here. You need both your hands. You can't be having having to all the equipment around. So what you need is a nice collapsible ladder, which attaches like a tassel. It's actually tiny. You can put it on your back, on your pants, on your jeans. When you need it, just folds out to a really nice, sturdy ladder to either climb up into the tombs or down into graves, back up again. And when you're done with it, it'll fold back into to a small tassel again, and off you go.
Genius.
That is a very practical product, I must admit.
Yeah. It's got to win. I mean, I've got a life outside of grave robbing as well. A ladder that clever. Useful for my other robbing jobs.
For your other rubbish job.
The bacteria
I'm curious.
it's very topical.
Why were you up, Robbins Johnson?
So yeah, Anka gets that. I was assuming that's so we give her that thing.
Okay.
I did like the bacteria hood though. Okay. Very on point. Today's climate.
Yep.
But like I said, you know me better than the others though. I'm not really afraid of bacteria as much as I am of manual labour. That makes climbing a lot easier.
It's true.
Oh dear, I have some interesting cards.
Yeah, particularly now. Because your occupation is pervert.
Ha
A professional pervert, mind you.
Damn, I've got nothing good for it.
Oh, pity. I have all sorts of cards that would be useful for that, but you need to offer me products, so...
Oh, I've got so many options here. Yeah. I mean, really, what is there to say? When there's such a magnificent product on the market as the Passion Butt.
It's true.
What else is there to say, really?
Indeed. And it's 20% off this week.
Mm.
I have nothing.
What other options do we have?
Well, for discerning pervert, I mean, not your everyday pervert. I can offer you the stoof bubble.
Oh, what?
No, what?
What's that?
I don't know, but you don't want to be there when it bursts.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want to. I don't think I want to be part of the assembly either.
I don't know about that one. What else is on offer?
Not a lot, I'm afraid. Gonna,
We have Batty in the chat who says, "This isn't just any pervert. It's an M&S pervert."
yeah. If you were a rapist, I'd have something.
Nope,
Obviously.
I'm definitely not.
Got nothing. I'm gonna give you. Yeah. Okay. There's a natural career progression involved in perversion, I guess. So when you're ready to move up the ladder, I'm gonna give you two things. They come as a bundle: the lock and the shank. But, you know,
I see you have some definite opinions there. Well, I think
just in case.
this is rather clear.
Huzzah.
To get rid of the lock, though, I've had that since the start.
Yeah. Sooner or later, one just has to just dump a few. So, I am a vampire.
Glamour, you don't really need it, but I can offer you some desire fashion to get that extra oomph.
True. Vampires do have to be kind of fashionable.
It is very stylish.
Exactly.
But you sparkle in daylight anyway, right?
I'm not that kind of vampire.
I was going to say, I hope not.
Still don't have much. I mean, relatively unrelated to being a vampire, but I guess you are the kind of vampire that's immortal, right?
I should certainly hope so.
I don't know. I don't know much about vampires. I'm assuming you're immortal, right? Yeah.
That is what they tell me.
Immortality can be quite a long time, so keep you occupied. A prize locker.
Ah, so I've got somewhere to put all those awards I accumulate over the centuries.
Yeah, but every time you open the locker, you get a prize.
I like it.
Yeah. You know, everlasting life in a castle somewhere. From the sounds, you sound like that kind of vampire.
The hills are alive with the sound of the children of the night.
All right. Well, I would like to offer you a practical product. Some vampires do sleep in coffins. I don't know if you're that sort of vampire, but regardless, vampires always need to be looking good. And to look good, you need to make sure that your hair looks good and is always in the shape that you want it. Therefore, I would like to offer you some hair wax. We'll keep your hair looking exactly how you like it, no matter what.
It is true. I must check it twice a day in the mirror. Oh, wait.
Us vampires in
Exactly.
general
No,
shouldn't
you
do that.
cannot do that. So you need the hair wax to make sure the hair stays the way you want.
The proper vampire is styling. But whether the hair or the fashion, it must go to the fashion.
I have to go. Some people here need some food. Maybe someone else would like to join in. I see some other people arrived.
We shall see.
And I actually need to be away from the keyboard for just 5 minutes or less. I think I will be right back.
Right.
Can I get the things?
You want to have your crisps? You can have your crisps. Let's see. I'll just check in Discord if the others would like to join in.
Yeah.
So I believe Tim and Batty will be joining us.
Ah, nice.
And then we just see if they'll be joining us in the game as well.
It might be along, but I just can't play it, so.
Yeah, no worries. I heard a sound.
Just check out, or how does that work in board game? Tabletop Simulator.
To check out, what you can do is actually set yourself to spectator.
Alright.
So you just
That's
click
right,
your
I'm
name.
off on spying.
Alright, I am back.
There we go. And Anka has gone over to spectating. And I think we'll pretty much assume that Andrea won that game with 4 points to 3.
What game is it? Because as far as I can tell, you're all sitting around in the world's worst job agency, trying to be extremely positive to one another.
It's Snake Oil, where the idea is that one person is a customer, and the other players are trying to sell them a product that would be perfect for them.
Sounds
So-
like retail.
Like a
I've
grease
just-
grenade.
Yeah, I've just spent the last 20 minutes trying to figure out how to sell a placenta bong.
I've got a grease grenade. I've got a faith thermometer. An urge plunger.
See, when I
And a
was
whistle.
set to be the pervert, I had in my hand both tickle and nipple. So,
I know.
clearly I was supposed to
cocktail
be
in there,
selling
too.
to the pervert, not being the pervert.
Indeed. And if there was anyone who was feeling depressed,
Oh,
I would have
and
been
I also
able
had
to sell
leather.
a baby hug.
Oh,
I mean, you could have sold it to the vampire if you got hungry.
Mm.
Oh, and if you had been the sort of vampire that sparkled, I also had glitter. If you needed to be more sparkly. Or if you wanted to be the sort of vampire that sparkled.
I don't think I would.
I did not figure as much. That's why I did not offer the glitter.
A wise
I-
choice.
To be fair, if I'm around, you don't get a choice.
That's true.
What's this?
What
Red
kind of
flags.
vampire is that? Lives in a castle, never farts.
What's red flags, Andrew?
It is the game of terrible dates,
Okay.
and it's huge fun. So you have 3 red cards and 4 white
Only
cards.
3.
Mhm.
Believe.
And some of these cards are less than ideal for a mixed audience. But most of them are pretty funny. So I'm going to deal...
The genteel men will have to leave the room.
Indeed. They'll have to withdraw in a faint. So I'm going to deal 3 red cards to everyone. And then 4 white cards. And then you start with one person as the single, and the other players, obviously it works better with more players, but
We have 4 people, or have we only got 3 people?
we have 3 in at the moment.
That's awkward.
But we'll see, maybe Tim would like to come in at some point, and perhaps another day when Batty's feeling more on form.
And it's too hot today. I'll tell you what though,
Oh,
if you're playing around, I'll see if I can actually... Sorry, word not happening. Me observe game. If game not too hard, me try.
Excellent.
And we don't
What
play
else?
games that are too hard because I'm here.
Yeah, but I think you underestimate the stupidity of my brain in the middle of a heat wave.
I completely understand. We have had 2 heat waves recently around here.
Ugh.
Been stuck in a perpetual one for like 3 months.
And Tim
We had
has
a
joined?
really weird month of May here in Rochester, New York. We had a record low of 26, and it snowed a couple times. And sorry, I'm American, so Fahrenheit. And then we had highs in the 90s of Fahrenheit at the end of May, breaking a 70-year record. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Two of my best friends live in Rochester.
Oh, really?
One of them fucking loves the cold.
Oh, I mean, I love the cold, so Rochester's perfect for me. I love cold and snow.
Complains as soon as the sun comes out, he starts complaining.
The man has sense.
So,
Yeah,
Daily
I mean,
trial.
he's consistent. Love when the sun comes out and then complain about it.
I mean, that sounds pretty much British.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so the person who has been on the most dates starts as the single.
That is definitely not me.
And definitely not me. I've never been on one.
Yeah, I've been on very
you've
few,
been
and I've
married!
been married for nearly 8 years now.
Yes.
So,
And you're married.
I was married for
I'm-
9, but I've never been on a date.
I don't care. I'll go first if you like.
Okay.
What do I do?
Well, you are the single.
That's true.
And so we go round in a circle to set you up with the perfect candidate. So,
Okay.
for instance,
If it's you,
it is not me, it is a person I am introducing you to.
oh, okay. So what are you then?
I'm
the
the player.
matchmaker.
Yes.
Andrew's the... Okay. Okay. Right, so
Everyone start remembering their Mulan.
what do I do?
Matchmaker,
Andrew?
matchmaker, make me a match. Well, the person I've got for you, I have no idea what this means, so I'll just check it out. Is a firekeeper. I'm assuming that's something to do with anime.
I have no idea. Firekeeper. Sounds like the most awkward pet.
I mean, this round is basically my discard round.
Right. Putting down 2 white cards.
Yes.
And one is... So, my perfect partner is a firekeeper and owns a sex swing. Alright, okay.
I mean, that's going to change the atmosphere in the playground.
Yes, but I'm okay with that.
And
I'm
now,
thinking you could use this personally on a siege. Just
Yeah.
get it on fire, use it as a trebuchet.
oh, yes. Okay, Andrea,
Camping apparatus.
who is your candidate?
Let's see. All right, I have a person who is really lucky. They win every coin flip. So,
good.
and also they're a person that can swap between timelines. So, I mean,
Cool.
right now, wouldn't everyone like
Yep.
that?
I'd switch to the timeline where my suitcase didn't get stolen after the 2016 con.
Yeah, so different timelines, but not time travel.
Yes. So we can switch to the version of 2020 that is not completely messed up.
Okay. Andy.
Yeah. Tim, what do you have for Aaron?
Game developer working at blank. Walking Wi-Fi hotspot.
When you've got a blank, you've got to say what you're filling it in with.
Me or them? Them, I assume.
Yeah, Zastai.
Okay.
So, Zastai, where is this game developer working?
Or maybe the game developer's working at a mystery place not specified?
Looks that way, doesn't it? I feel like it was a mystery.
Tim, if you don't want to talk verbally, there's a chat box in the bottom left.
Oh,
Oh,
are
you might be
talking, we can't
muted.
hear you.
Let's have a look. He's not muted, but there's no sound coming. Maybe check your audio settings. In the meantime, fill in the blank in the text window. CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
And now it goes back the other way. So you play a red card to scupper the match to your right.
What, me?
No,
No.
players. So, for instance, this walking Wi-Fi hotspot, who's a game developer working at CD Projekt Red.
Yeah. Pretty nice.
Unfortunately, they refer to their genitalia as the no-no.
Oh dear. Okay.
You see what I mean about some of the cards being...
It's not going to bother me.
Obviously. Okay, so what's Tim going to play on Andrea's candidate?
I cannot get my thing to zoom in.
Never leaves your
You
side, literally.
hold Alt to magnify the cards.
Hmm.
So the person who can swap between timelines and wins every coin flip they do never leaves your side, literally.
All right. And then this person over here is a massive stalker.
So the Firekeeper, who owns a sex wing, is a massive stalker.
Do they
It doesn't-
stalk other...
Well, it doesn't say whether they just stalk people lots or whether they're someone massive who is a stalker.
That too, yeah. Do
I
they
mean-
stalk me, or do they stalk other people while we're, like, together?
Both. And of course it means they would have difficulty hiding in a bush.
Yeah. A big sex swing too. So what's next then?
All the better to
And,
make a trebuchet from.
And are people... So when people place cards, are they supposed to be drawing new ones? Because I've noticed
Yeah.
you have and Zastai has.
You're supposed to have 3 red cards and 4 white cards at all times.
Yes.
And now it's down to you to choose which of these candidates to go on a date with. And the idea is that you would be dating them for a lengthy period of time, of 2 years or more. And, you know, you would assume it to be a moderately normal relationship. So you can't just say, yes, I will technically date you, but you must move to South America.
It's fine. I've already made my decision. It's going to have to be that one. The timeline
Timeline one, me.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you keep that red card, and the rest of the cards go in the discard box in the middle of the table. And draw back up to 3 red, 4 white. And that, I suppose, makes me the single now.
So we have to make it appealing to you.
Hmm.
Let's see. My first up then? We're going around? No.
It would be Andrea. Yeah, because we're going that way around.
All right.
I mean, let's just assume that one's played the lead on The Apprentice isn't going to be a huge selling point.
No?
All right, so I am presenting you a potential person first. I know that this is usually not a thing that is actually convincing, but really, their personality is good. I'm not just saying so.
Mhm.
I don't know if one is into that sort of thing, but this person has a voodoo doll of themselves, so if they've done something wrong, they will deal with it.
Fair enough. Goody good.
That's weird. Loves hiking. Wields the keyblade.
I mean, the Keyblade thing could be fun. Hiking is something other people do.
Indeed.
All right.
There you go.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, you're in the lead at the moment.
I think Andrea DC, I think.
Yeah. So now we start playing the red flags.
So, do we still work around from Andrea for that, or do we go backwards? In which case?
You go backwards. So you play the red flag on the candidate to your right.
I do, yeah. So I'm first.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm very full of food. I thought I would just drop in for a little bit.
Yes. Would you like to join in?
I think I'm too full of food to think about anything. Are you guys on tabletop?
Yeah, we're playing red flags, so it's not a thinking heavy game.
I might jump in and spectate if I can get it loaded.
Going to play my red card on Andrea.
The one person to your right, directly to your
Play
right.
it to my right. Oh, okay, you can have that one too. Brings X to first date.
So Lutz hiking, wields the keyblade, brings X to the first state. Well,
Yeah.
that's fine, then I don't need to walk anywhere. Okay, Zastai. How are you going to scupper Andrea's candidate? Yeah, now she's dropped out of the Discord as well.
Yeah.
Sounds like a computer problem.
Okay, so Andrea's candidate is now Kim Jong-un. That's not a turn-off for me. Just saying.
I suppose it all depends on how much you like being eaten by dogs.
Don't mind.
I think I would.
Think of the difference you could make to North Korea if you were dating Kim Jong-un.
Indeed.
Is Andrea the one that needs to scupper me?
Yes.
Video. Take a lot to ruin my candidate there. Power armor wearing magical unicorn.
How's the birthday celebrating going on so far?
Well, you're watching it.
Oh, I'm not in yet. It's taking a long time. This laptop is not fast.
There we go. So we'll see if Andrea manages to get in.
You came back to Discord.
Yeah. Can't hear anything yet, though.
No.
We shall see.
Sastai's definitely still got some configuration problems.
Could be a gain issue.
In Discord, they seem to be constantly transmitting. of obviously transmitting silence.
Yeah.
Usually that'd be more of just a wrong setting.
Yeah, Zastai, that didn't have any effect. Just check your settings, see what your gain is set to, for instance. Or see if the mic is being piped through something else. Hey Batty, how's your coughing fit doing? As far as Discord is concerned, you should be perfectly audible.
Is that who should be audible? Count Ogre.
Zastai.
Oh, okay. He needs to check that his input is set to what he thinks it is, because I've had issues with that before.
Yeah.
Where if you've got like a headset in, but it thinks that you're trying to use the microphone of the laptop, it just won't send anything.
Exactly. And for instance, I pipe my microphone through VoiceMod.
So I can make it do this sort of thing. Because why wouldn't you, you know?
Sounds a bit like you're going to make a ransom demand.
No.
Then I'd use this one. And of course, if I'm playing one of those driving games where you get to drive police cars,
Then I'd set it to this and enable the ambient sound effects. So Zastai's system has been working all week, including microphone test, and just isn't managing to connect to my channel. Tim, maybe try disconnecting from the voice chat and reconnecting, or have you done that already?
Sure, Discord's running in admin as well. Who knows how weird this game is?
Yeah. Oh, another useful function of VoiceMod is in case I ever feel the urge to say something I shouldn't say, I can just press this.
So now you can do the elder swear.
I can say every word.
Your mother is a beat. Daniel Radcliffe.
Your mother was a... and your father smelt of...
And your father beep beep elderberries.
Of course, a truly amusing mod would be the ability to do that to other people.
Yeah.
When they're not talking anything food at all, just like... and then I went to eat.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun if you could do for TV? And so, I have great confidence in my government to put together tests every day, and we are definitely handling this pandemic marvellously. I mean, not to get political or anything.
No.
I don't think it's politics at this point. It's just...
There's an interesting game that I saw a demo of now called something like Not for Broadcast. And you have to you're like the person who does the sort of TV editing, whatever, of supposedly a live TV show. Where they do this they have somebody on who's like really drunk or is talking about things that the government doesn't want to be out on broadcast. So you have to do the cutting the camera backwards and forwards to keep the focus interesting. You've got to listen to the stream like a couple of seconds early to beep out sort of swear words and stuff. It looks quite intense, but quite
And
fun.
choose the right ad for the right break.
Yes. Yeah, you've got to put the ads in and line them up so that they start and finish at the right time.
So yeah, it looks like Zastai's Discord is pretty comprehensively balked.
Mm.
Oh dear.
It does this to me as well. The work fine then.
Twitchy.
I'll get the rotten fruit for that one.
Well, in the meantime, since it appears to amuse Batty, I shall instead
press this button. That's the one marked Android. But what if I were a modern
pop singer? Or
I need to get this just so I can auto-tune the coffin fit.
Well, did you ever watch The Fifth Element?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Costumes for that were fantastic.
That's the Ruby Rod voice.
You could do a bit of Pavla Laguna as well.
Note to self, do not even attempt impression of opera. Well, coughing out lungs.
They actually got a proper opera singer to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they wrote to the score, purposely a score that somebody couldn't sing. And
Although...
And then she did most of it.
Sing lots more than they thought she would, yeah.
I think there's like 3 notes in there that aren't her, and that's because the transition is simply too fast.
Yeah.
For the voice to do it that sharp, it's a flute. But
yeah, it's
it sounds the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but when she's going up and down, like suddenly, like a note is like 3 octaves higher than the note before or something, and they were expecting that she couldn't do it, but she did.
Did you see the Chinese?
Yeah, the Chinese girl.
Yeah, she did a really good job of it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, I'll find the link.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. She managed to sing most of it.
Except for that one Chinese dance show I wanted to watch. I could not find that on YouTube for love. Well, no, I could find the show. I couldn't find the bit I wanted.
Doesn't mean it's not there.
Back when I was a kid, there was a program called Big Top Science. And I've been trying to find that for... since 1988. And it just doesn't exist. It was a mid-season replacement on on BBC. And it was like 4 or 5 episodes just to pad out the last few weeks into summer. And it was great. But even the guy who presented
I can find it on Bob.
Say again.
Because I'm in uni, I have this thing called Bob with his box of broadcasts, which is essentially Super iPlayer, and it goes back quite a way.
Ooh.
If you said 1998?
88.
88, 88 might be trying it, but I can look.
Cheers. It's Big Top Science. I've even asked the guy who presented it, and he's basically astonished that anyone even remembers it.
Oh yeah, it's the ones from way back are the ones that kind of stick though. They get in, like there's bits of TV shows that I watched and I half remember, like fever dreams in my brain, especially because children's TV is mad, or was mad, back when it was like,
Yeah.
absolutely batshit.
Yeah, I mean, this was a science show, so they had all kinds of really interesting experiments and stuff. And then every episode, they had a bit of a song number about science, which was just great. They had one about radio waves. They had one about water. Scientists say in their funny old way, there's something I ought to know, that 85% of my body content is made up of H2O, and so on.
Sounds like science meets Monty Python.
It wasn't quite that bonkers, but it was, just pretty good.
It looks like it's just you and me left in, Andrew.
Looks like it. So we'll get the others in.
Do I win?
So far, I think nobody's really had any points except Andrea, and she's dropped out.
Forfeit. I win.
Well, I can show you some games in the meantime.
Yeah. Just gonna go and get a cup of coffee. If I can cool the sun down a bit.
Well, I'll switch the stream over to break, and you can get your coffee, and the rest can get some tech support.
Yeah.
And I'll show them some games. So we'll be right back.
After these messages.
From our sponsors.
From our sponsors.
Now I want a sponsor. Alright, who wants to give me $50,000 to slate their product?
I'll give you 50p and a peanut I found.
Done. What's the product?
Invisible glitter. You can't see it, but you know it's there.
I like it.
Incredibly annoying.
This is Dead of Winter. Actually, I'll drop it back over to the full screen thing so you can see it in the Twitch, even if you're not logged in. Now, the standard game of Dead of Winter just has a little card for each location out in the village. But here they've actually made a full terrain board.
That's rather nice. I imagine that this would sort of be, if you were doing virtual D&D, actually I don't know if they're already doing this, is if you had like a service that could do virtual D&D, is to also offer like sort of virtual boards like this where you could sort of customize it, which would be a massive advantage over real life.
You mean like this?
Ooh.
So you can set up these tiles. Oh, dungeon water. Anyway, and then you prop up.
Is that like Evian?
Probably. And maybe put some stairs there. And so on. Maybe a fountain in the middle of this garden here. And then maybe you should have some heroes, right? So, a guy with a big hat.
We'll have a guy with a big hat.
And a knight with a big sword. And a mage with a big stick.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
But of course, they've got to have someone to attack.